Hello, it's Tash Ro.
Welcome to or welcome back to
It's Saturday,
your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
No matter what day of the week it is, but for us,
It's Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Back in our ice blue sweaters.
I know.
We got to do another merch drop soon.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
We really do. People keep asking for it.
I know.
So if we want to do a fall one, we got to get started like now, basically.
So much admin that goes into merch, guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it because
worth
it's
it.
really cool to be able to wear your sweaters. And like Matt rocks a sweater all the time still. And
it's honestly such a comfy
it's still
sweater.
really comfy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad too because this is Matt's sweater. This is an extra large. And I got... Do we get smalls or mediums? I think we got smalls. So it's nice to have like the fitted option and then just like when you want to just wear a baggy fit.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
So nice.
Okay, let's talk about how you disrespected Nara Smith last week.
Guys, I really screwed up. After the pod, I like Googled Nara Smith. I'm like, oh my God, this girl. Like I was thinking of
Did
this.
you know her though when you saw her?
Yes.
Okay.
I just didn't know her name was Nara Smith, but she comes up on my For You page all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Like the she had like the ice cream with the olive oil thing.
Yes, that was her pregnancy craving.
Yes. Yeah. So I've definitely seen her videos before, but for some reason I was thinking of a completely other girl. Like I was thinking of this. I don't even know
The
her
girl
name.
you sent me, I'm like, I have no idea who that is.
And you were like, she's so beautiful. And you were like talking about this girl, and I was like, I don't think she's that beautiful. But I didn't want to say that because I was like, oh, that's kind of rude. But then when you sent Nara Smith, I'm like, oh my God, she's
Like,
stunning.
yeah,
And I was
she's just another breed.
So yeah, I was thinking of some other girl. I don't think she even has like 100,000 followers. She's like random, like Gretchen or something. I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember. But
okay, on the topic of her though, she had her baby, and it's so funny because she had her baby and she's telling her birth story now, and she had a home birth. So everyone's just kind of like, yo, she's even making this baby from scratch. Like her husband Lucky was like, I want a baby. She's like, got it, babe. Like from scratch, gave birth at home. Lucky delivered her baby because her midwife like couldn't make it in time. So her husband delivered her baby.
Thank God she didn't have any complications.
Like, from scratch queen.
Oh my
if
God.
anyone could do it. Also, she already looks like she's like hasn't had a baby.
She looks like she's out of like a Disney movie, and like
I know.
little birds are gonna deliver her like
she is a modern
clothes.
day Snow White.
Yeah.
100,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's, if you guys haven't checked her out yet, like please go. It's so much fun watching her videos.
Oh my God. Yeah. I want to
Oh
be
my
her when I
gosh.
grow up.
I know. And I think she's younger than us. She's like mid-20s.
Oh God,
which
that's
is the
scary.
craziest thing.
Oh my God.
She's like 26 with 3 kids.
Stop.
I'm pretty sure they're Mormon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, tell me about your family weekend because I haven't even gotten the full update yet. I was just getting a bunch of snaps, and you were just like such a tourist this weekend, and I want to hear all about it.
Yes. So my brother was in town this weekend, and then my dad last minute decided to come as well. So we had like a family jam-packed weekend, and it felt nice because it was like I had to plan a full day Saturday because we were just like together all day Saturday. So I was like, okay, I'm going to like plan it from the beginning to the end. So we went to Beyond Cafe, which is like the Persian fusion
your
cafe.
Spread looked insane.
So good there.
Tell me the things that
oh
you
my
ordered.
God.
Like,
honestly, they make the best cakes. So they have like a carrot cake that we got. They had this like walnut cake that we got. They have like the carrot juice that, you know, the carrot juice freshly like blended or freshly squeezed. I was going to say squeezed. I'm like, wait, that sounds weird. Freshly squeezed carrot juice with saffron, like a pistachio ice cream on top. It's so good.
Kate, randomly pistachio ice cream. Shauna, when we went to brunch this weekend, you weren't there, but she got pancakes and there was a pistachio like whipped cream on top, and it was so good.
Pistachio.
I can only imagine that. Like,
oh my God, pistachio anything, like pistachio ice cream, pistachio.
I never
everything.
get it.
It's so good.
Yeah, I gotta
So
get it.
you're not like allergic, right?
No, I'm just like such a chocolate girly. I'm like,
Yes.
am I gonna get a nut or am I gonna get like chocolate every time?
Yeah, so we got that, and then after that we went to the National Art Gallery or Gallery of Canada, whatever it's called now. They changed the name
The
of
one
it.
with the big spider?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hadn't been there in like years.
Forever.
So long. But we
Decades.
went, and honestly, it's such a vibe. Like I want to go more because I just really like art galleries. Like I'm such an art, like I love.
Yeah, you're like, the group of 7.
Dude, the group of 7. So they had a whole group of 7 exhibition. Okay, guys, if you don't know the group of 7, they're like
Get
a famous.
cultured.
Yeah, get cultured, guys. If you live in Canada, you don't know about the group of 7. The group of 7 are the 7 people. Actually, there was actually more than 7, but Originally, there were 7 people, and they're famous Canadian artists, and they all have kind of similar styles.
Yeah.
And there was this guy on the group of 7 called Tom Thompson, and his death is like still a mystery to this day. He had like a canoeing, like
someone killed him.
Someone killed him on the canoe. We don't know what happened or if it was an accident or whatever, but nobody knows how he died still. And anyway, they had the whole exposition like set up for them. I wrote like a paper on this in like grade 7 or 8 art class. I like had to do a research study on like art group. So I picked the group of 7. So that's why I know
like grade
so much.
7, group of 7,
group
done.
Of 7 done. And my dad goes, "Oh yeah, I remember that project," because he like had to help me. So we see, I'm like, "Dad, remember the group of 7?" And he's like, "Oh my god." So anyway, it was honestly so fun. Like if you're like looking for a thing to do in Ottawa on like a weekend or on Thursdays, it's free admission.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So we spent like a few hours there. It's pretty big. Like I think we were there for 3 hours.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's huge.
People have weddings there too. It's a beautiful spot.
It's so pretty. So then went from there. We had drinks in the market, and then from there, my brother really wanted a beaver tail, so we got him a beaver tail. And then from there, we went to Korean barbecue.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been to Korean barbecue in years. It's the best. I used to go every day. Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, you lived in Korea.
Yeah, I lived Korean barbecue every day. It was just called barbecue.
It's called food.
It's called dinner. No, every corner there was always Korean barbecues.
It's just
everywhere.
such a fun interactive experience because like you're just like grilling up your meat and they bring you unlimited side dishes,
which are so bomb. Like the little pancakes that they bring you.
The pancakes, the egg. They had the cucumbers with like that sauce.
Yeah.
They had kimchi. They all the stuff. Oh my god, I could honestly just eat that.
Yeah,
so good.
Kimchi's so good for you. Side note, fermented cabbage, guys.
Yeah,
so good.
They know what they're eating, and the thing is, you leave full, but you're not like so full that like you feel like you're gonna burst.
It's like not a heavy.
Yeah. So honestly, I forgot the name of the place we went, but it was like one of the newer ones that just opened. I'll post it in the description. But yeah, definitely go check out that place if you haven't already. But yeah, no, it was a very like wholesome weekend. It was nice spending time with my brother and my dad. And I asked him so many like random things. I'm like, have you guys seen like breast milk Botox? Like all this stuff.
Wait, what did he say?
My brother's like, no, that's not
fake news.
He's like, oh God.
People do anything for views these days, including rubbing expired breast milk on their faces.
Oh my God. Like so many random things.
We got to bring him on to like debunk a bunch of these myths.
I literally said, I was like, can you come on? And we'll just like randomly ask.
It's like hot takes. Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, he's down. He was like, sure. Okay. But yeah, no, it was really fun. How was your weekend? I feel like you had...
Oh my gosh, my weekend. Friday, I don't think I did anything. It was just like a chill Friday, hung out with Matt, which was really nice. Saturday though, I went to Drag Pilates.
Oh my God, I haven't heard any about this. I don't know anything about it.
So our friend Rachel works at Playground Collective. It's a Pilates studio. They have the reformer and the mat, and she's the mat instructor. And she invited me to their like drag brunch Pilates, and I didn't really know what it meant. Like, what would it entail? Is like, are the drag queens going to be teaching? Are they just going to be dancing? Like, are we actually going to work out or not really? So all of the instructors were wearing these sick outfits. Like they looked like they were going to Escapade the way they were dressed. Like it was like hot pink, fishnets, like seatbelt buckles as like straps. Like they looked super, super good. All the instructors. Whoa. And then I see some of the drags are like in the bathroom, all the drag queens. And I ran into a bunch of people. I ran into Tasha. I ran into Marie. I ran into some people that I knew from Spinco. Ran into like people that I used to work with at Joey. One of my coworkers at Burt's. It was literally just like,
oh my God, big party.
I was like, oh my God, like I feel like I know everyone in this room. Yeah. Like, this is so cool. So I sat beside Marie. I met Tasha's mom, like who is literally her twin.
I believe
but with like gray white hair, but like their personalities and like they're just like both so adorable and like both just like tall, like they're super cute.
Oh my God.
Anyway, and then we start like working out. Rachel leads the first half of the class and another instructor is going to do the back half. And throughout the class, like one by one, like one at a time, one of the queens comes in and just does the most like outrageous dance number like you've ever seen. Like one time they came out on like roller skates, which we know how hard that is to roller skate in a small space like that. They're like doing the splits, they're twerking, they're doing headstands, twirls, and we're just like working out, but we're also just like cheering them on. Like the owner gave each of us like a $5 bill, so at one point like we all got to like go and like tip one of the drag queens that we wanted to give our money to.
That's so fun.
Tasha had the best way that she gave the tip. We were doing like some leg stuff and she put the bill like in her toes, and the drag queen like came over and like literally licked her freaking foot, took the bill out of her toes, and I was just like, She's like, I'll do anything for a $5 bill, including that. I'm like, oh my God.
And there's like music blasting.
Oh, the playlist was so fun. It was like lots of Britney Spears, like Kesha, Gwen Stefani, like throwbacks, like Doja Cat. It was really, really hype. I didn't think I was going to be really sore from it because during the time, like it was hard, but it wasn't like it wasn't that hard. And then I was also just like so hyped up from like the show that was going on. But guys, I was so sore the next day. My butt cheeks were just like they haven't felt like that ever. It was crazy.
Oh my God.
Pilates
Honestly,
is no joke.
Pilates is no joke. People like you look at the videos of Pilates and you're like, oh, I can do that. And then you start doing it and it's like so many repetitions.
Yes.
So it's like you're doing like 4 sets or 3 sets of these things. And it's like
with the band and the ankle weights and the straps. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. It was a really, really, really good workout. I'm really glad I experienced that. It was super fun. And then the next day, guys, now I've upped my longest run is now 19 kilometers.
Crazy.
So now I really feel like I can do the half marathon. And it was such a mental battle. Like I did not want to go on this run at all because I was sore. It was like -2. I had a bad sleep because my allergies are acting up like crazy. And I just like was looking for every excuse not to do it. And even Matt was like, just run 10 or just do like this. And I'm like, yeah, like maybe I'll see when I get out there. And there's something about the water, guys. Like I ran my warm up. I got to like the river, and once I'm on the river I was just like,
let's go.
No, I'm like, this is perfect. Like I pushed through. Actually, like had a really, really good run. The last like 15 kilometers of it was like really good. The first 4 were like, oh my God, this is a struggle, but I felt really good, really accomplished. And it was just like a reminder that a lot of running is mental.
I was going to say, like, do you ever like look down and you're like, oh my God, I still have like so much to go?
I feel like what really helps is like breaking up your runs like into different sections. Like when you think about it, like I was like, okay, I have a 5 kilometer warm up and a 5 kilometer cool down, and then like the 9 kilometer like work part. And so like breaking it up as like, okay, I'm a third of the way done, or like I'm like halfway done at this point, and just like breaking up into little bits so it doesn't seem like so daunting is really helpful. And you just need to have a good playlist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a really good playlist that you listen to and then you change it up, or?
Exactly. Yeah. So this one actually, okay, this kind of like jumps into health and wellness, but like the playlist that really got me through this run was a lot of throwbacks to my like adolescence. So a lot of like punk rock, emo, like R&B stuff. And it just got me vibing. And I don't know about you, but when I listen to songs like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco from like that era, it just hits so different. Yes. And I came across this TikTok that talks about this thing called neural nostalgia. You ever heard about this?
Oh, no, but like that makes sense.
Yeah. So neural nostalgia, it's like you wonder how like when you listen to these old songs, like how they just hit so differently. And there's a lot of science that actually backs like the songs that you listen to back in your adolescence just like bring out this like different kind of feeling compared to like music that we listen to now. And a lot of people that are like have dementia or Alzheimer's, when they're trying to like bring them back to like reality or like de-stress them from like having an episode, they'll play music from their adolescence because it will like help them remember and help them like realize where they are.
Wow.
So there's a reason why like that kind of music that we listen to just like hits us so differently and just brings up these endorphins and the serotonin, unlike music. I'm sorry, not like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift can't do to me what Ludacris does to me. Like she just can't do it.
No.
So like whenever you're feeling a bit dysregulated or you need like a boost, throw back onto one of your playlists from like the early 2000s or whatever.
And you get transported to like that time. Like I know like you just said Fall Out Boy, and it brings me back to like literally like a basement party with my friends. Like, you know, when you're in like grade 6 or 7 and you had those like weird basement parties with your friends, like it just brings you back to those moments. And it's like nowadays you're listening to like EDM and stuff, and it hits different. It's like a different type of like high.
I agree.
You know,
we can't really like sing along, like belt to it. Like when I'm running, like I'm actually like singing half the time too. I probably look so silly. I'm just like having these like personal concerts with myself. But yeah, neuro nostalgia, super, super cool.
That's so cool.
So cool. Another exciting thing actually that we did last week, an update, Matt and I officially got our marriage license. Woo! So we are set to be married on a day. I'm not going to say what day yet, but pretty soon we're going to be married legally. But I wanted to just talk about how annoying Service Ontario is for a second and how difficult they make your life.
Oh, they do.
Because first of all, you have to make an appointment to go and get your marriage license. So we like signed up, go get our marriage license. Obviously the hours are like 8 to 4, which are like terrible for work hours. So booked it right after work, got there like around 3:45. They actually closed at 4:30, and there wasn't too many people there, but whatever. We got seen, got our marriage license, paid the amount, whatever. And then I was like, okay, perfect. Can we like book the day we want now? And they're like, no, that's actually technically another appointment. And there's a couple of people still waiting, and it's 4:20 and we close in 10 minutes. So you're not going to have enough time. You're going to have to come back again tomorrow and book another appointment. I'm like, are you kidding
me?
But
why? Why are you making it more difficult?
Like, just literally would take 5 seconds. I had to go back the next day. I did it. Again, it took like 5 seconds. Like, what day? I was like, this day. They're like, okay, pay $200. I'm like, perfect. Like, you couldn't have done that in the same day.
No, my dad literally brought this up actually because he had to get his passport renewed while he was here. And he was saying, like, he's like, I don't understand why there's always this long line in Canada when you're getting your passport renewed, when everyone's getting their passport renewed every 10 years. Like, he's like, this doesn't make sense. Yeah. Why are the lines so long? Like, what's happening? Why is like... Because if you think about it, if I'm only going once every 10 years, like, there shouldn't be long lines. There shouldn't be
that much overlap.
It should be staggered.
Yeah.
But it's not making sense. Like, are people getting the 5 year? Because why would you get 5 years? Just get 10 year.
I don't know why anyone gets 5 year. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
If you're getting a 5-year passport, like...
Yeah.
You literally take a nap and you wake up and you need to get your next passport.
I know.
That's crazy.
No, I know. But yeah, no, that's so annoying. So you guys got it all figured out?
Got all figured out. The original day we wanted, we couldn't get. So we went with our second day.
Okay.
And yeah, pretty soon we'll be...
It's crazy because like people like who probably haven't gone through this don't know that like you have to, if you're not getting married in the province that you're living, you need to, like, a lot of people are doing destination weddings, or even me, I got married in Quebec. So I couldn't technically get married that day. I had to get married in Ottawa. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. And you don't think like there's so much admin behind like
so much
all this shit. Yeah. And then don't even talk to me on changing my last name yet, because I'm not doing that until after Italy, after traveling is not in my foreseeable future, because I don't have to do all my passports and all my IDs. Like, such a freaking nightmare.
It's such a nightmare.
Oh my gosh. We were talking about a brunch. Like, even like Rhea hasn't taken Eduardo's name yet, because it's like, it's too much admin. Like, I gotta wait till after all these trips.
And also all your emails.
I know. Work email is going to be so annoying. They make you jump through hoops to like do all these things.
And then for anyone who's in science and has papers published, like, that's it. Yeah. Your whole CV is swiped. Like, it's wiped. It's like, oh, you're starting over.
You can never change your name. What are you thinking?
I know, it's so stupid.
That's
it doesn't
so
make
annoying.
sense. It doesn't make sense. It's like, why do they do that? But men don't have to do this.
Like, men don't have to do this. That's so frustrating.
So frustrating. But
anyway, on a lighter note, I also got my nails and the pedicure done for the first time in forever. My pedicure, and the amount of things that come off your feet.
Okay, but when they bring out that cheese grater thing.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
They put, and if you don't know and you haven't gotten, they literally use a cheese. Like, it's
like a zester. It's like a zester.
I'm like, where is this going?
Yeah,
but I'm so ticklish.
That was my problem. I literally was like, no, like, Jenny, I'm sorry, I'm so ticklish. And I think she then was kind of like, oh, it's okay. And I think she was trying to like make me tickle more, because she was kind of just like, like, stop. Like, you're
flirting with me.
I'm so vulnerable right now on my feet.
No, literally, I'm like, like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm like,
I can't
squirming.
Do it. Yeah.
But then the most cringiest thing happened, and I want to tell you, and this is honestly just for us because we're the only people that go to this nail salon, but Raymond's doing this girl's nails, and I guess she wasn't really paying attention. She got them pretty long though. She like wanted like new set, had nothing on her nails. He puts on the fake nail, cuts it, he starts filing it. And then he's like, okay, baby, like, what do you think? And she's like looking. He hasn't painted anything yet, but like he shaped them, did the whole shebang. He's about to paint them. She's like, they're a little too short.
So he has to restart.
And he's like, too short? And she's like, yeah, I guess I didn't really look close enough before. Like, and now that I'm looking, like, they're too short. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? And she's like, and he's like, you want me to redo them? And she's like, yeah. And then he was like, like, he was so mad, and then he was so mean. It was dead, right? It was just me and Jenny and Raymond and this girl. So I was listening the whole time, and I guess she was fidgeting too after he had redone them. And she's like, stop moving. If you keep moving, like, it's not going to be straight, and like you're going to get more upset, and then I'm going to get more upset. Like, yo, this girl is not coming back. But even if it was ever too short, last time I went, I thought it was too short. I was like, it's perfect.
I'd never say anything. And the one time I did was with Raymond, and he got mad at me, and he was like, yeah, because I'm not done yet. at blah blah blah. Oh my god, that was so bad.
I never want to have him as,
No.
I hope you never listen to this. You're so great, but like you just scare me. I just want a docile.
He's not listening to this.
Quiet.
I think we're fine. Oh my god. Okay, I have a confession to make.
Oh no,
guys! I know on the pod we've said we're anti-pretzel club.
Ooh,
We even thought about making shirts.
Forget that merch drop.
Anti-pretzel club. Well, I got these yogurt covered pretzels from Costco that are like birthday cake flavored, and they are so good. They changed my whole view.
Are there any left?
Yes, okay. I will give you some right after. Can you remind me, because I will forget. I always say I'll give you some of this, and I always forget.
And I go home like, this bitch didn't give me anything. She's all talk on Saturdays. No, she gives me so many propagated plants, you guys. It's crazy. My whole like plants all inside the house.
Oh my God.
All like Sabrina.
I have one for you. I've been saving it to give it to you. Like it's literally ready to. Yes.
Stop. Yeah, Romina literally has created my whole indoor plant situation. Thank you so much.
Oh my god. But then I was thinking, I'm like, do I actually hate pretzels? Like I like them when they're dipped in things.
Yeah.
I don't like them by themselves, but like with Reagan's dill dip,
that's
really
it
good.
too. Yeah. The dill dip was dipping.
Yeah, okay, so we're anti-plain pretzel club here.
Plain, no dip, no sauce, no birthday cake pretzels.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. A nice, even a chocolate covered pretzel, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know if I would pick it in my like top picks out of the party fun.
No, because they're plain there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're still haven't changed our views completely. You know what I mean?
We're not perfect, you guys.
No.
Okay.
And we have what else? Oh, we have James Kennedy, guys, this week. We're going to go see him tomorrow, actually. So
did you watch the video I sent of the
best
parts of him? He's so funny. He's so crazy.
He's so funny.
I can't wait to see him. It's going to be so fun.
I'm so excited. I'm going to fangirl hard.
Yeah. We're going to make pumptinis before we go.
Okay, let's try to see if we can get a photo with him. That would be like we need
1,000%.
We have a podcast.
Yeah, come on our pod. Imagine.
Oh
Could
my
be.
god.
Could be. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is obviously Taylor Swift released her new album, and I'm not a huge Swiftie, but I was cleaning a lot this weekend, so I just put her whole album on. And I was like, when is it going to end? It was 31 songs.
Okay, but is it any of the songs good?
I like 2 songs.
Okay.
That I remembered. One was like So Long London or something, and like The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. But like she was like, someone has hurt this girl. Like she's like going in on all these men, whoever they are.
Did you see how one of them is called Kim pretty much? Like it's like
K-I-M.
What's
up with that?
So people think obviously it's about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
But then they were like, hey, she's not going to restart this beef with Kim Kardashian unless they have like something in the works. And because Kim's beef with Taylor was through Kanye. Now she's not even like associated with Kanye. So maybe she's like Taylor Swift did a Skims campaign. Oh. And that's what people are speculating.
Is this the like conspiracy theory?
Yeah, the conspiracy TikTok is saying that Taylor Swift did a Skims campaign and they chatted, and Kim was like, how funny it would be if you released a song and then you capitalize K-I-M in the song name, and people thought we're like still beefing, and then you came out with this campaign being like, we're not beefing, look, like blah blah blah. So that's what people are saying.
We'll watch
it could be far reach, but I don't know. I feel like
crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah, it was all right. I'm just not. I like old Taylor Swift stuff. Like,
Me too.
Like Blank Space. Like, I Know You Were Trouble When You Walked In. Like,
Me too.
all that shit. I like that. Like, old nostalgia.
Our song.
Neuro nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my shit too. Also, have you listened to the new Beyonce album? Like,
I still haven't.
It's not good.
It's not, eh?
No.
That's what I've been hearing.
I don't like it.
Is it all country?
It's all country, but it's all slow. Like, I need like a banger. Like, I'm here to listen to Beyonce. I'm not here to like go to sleep. I don't know. Okay. I'm not about it.
Haven't checked it out. This was the first time I actually like listened to an album. Okay. I was like, I have to clean for like 2 hours. So I'm like, Taylor Swift, what do you got?
What do you got?
I've been seeing a lot of funny videos though, where it's like people like in a fully like committed, healthy relationship, but like listening to Taylor Swift's album, and just like they have their headphones on and their husband like goes to like touch them, and they're just like stop, like leave me alone. Like I'm so hurt and I'm so troubled and I'm so sad because this album is all like about her fucking heartbreak and.
That's crazy.
It's intense.
But she's happy now. So
she's happy now. Yeah. Travis must be like,
but did you see them at Coachella? Like they're just like in the crowd, like a normal people.
Yeah. Did you see Timothée?
Timothée?
I think he was having fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Timotei had fun at Coachella.
Okay, and then lastly, guys, it's snowing tomorrow.
I know, what the fuck.
And I screwed up by doing all this planting because you're supposed to wait after the first frost to like plant things. And I was like, there's no way it's gonna be frosty anymore. So I was like, jumped the gun, and I was like, because I was like, last year it was like warm at this time.
Yeah. We were on patios already.
Well, I jumped the gun, and now it's gonna freeze, and so
are they all gonna die then?
Well, as far as it says, it's not all of them, but like a lot of them will probably.
True. So you're gonna have to just put more seeds in.
We'll just have to throw more seeds down. But it's like, man,
I'm so over this weather.
Trying to be ahead of the game, and it's just like, oh, you screwed up.
I did just learn recently though that you have to plant tulips like in the fall because they actually need the like frost of winter in order for them to bloom. I didn't know that.
Crazy.
That's really cool.
That's really weird. Yeah. Can't wait for the tulip festival. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, so cute. So such an Ottawa thing.
Okay, let's get into, actually, can we get into some random stuff?
Yes,
because I have
sure
one thing I really wanted to talk about. So have you been hearing about the Dubai floods?
No, not even once.
Oh my God. So Dubai is flooding right now. Okay. And there's this whole thing. People are speculating that it's because of cloud seeding. And
cloud seeding?
Seeding. So cloud seeding is essentially when you're creating artificial rain. So they're pumping chemicals into the air.
So dry.
Yeah. So they're pumping chemicals into the air that causes clouds to form and become bigger, and then causing it to eventually rain. And so people have been doing cloud seeding since like the 60s, and usually it's used for like fighting forest fires. Yeah. So in Canada, they'll like use that. Yeah, they'll do some cloud seeding so that they'll fight forest fires. But now places like Dubai and other places that don't get a lot of rain have been using cloud seeding, and it affects the atmosphere of all the other countries around too, right? Because they're taking clouds from
and
those
it's not
places.
Like it's a huge country.
Yeah. So now people like, because of all this cloud seeding, now the whole country is flooding. Like everywhere is flooding. But the government has come out and said it has nothing to do with cloud seeding, and this is just an unrelated incident. Like they're just like flooding because of weather changes and climate change. But people are like, guys, it is definitely because of cloud seeding. It like has guys, to be 100%.
So annoying when government just like veto something. It's like, no, that's not true. It's actually just this instead. You're like, obviously it's the cloud seeding.
Guys, come on. It's cloud seeding 100%. Okay, I saw this video also of this girl who was talking about opening gifts and the etiquette of opening gifts in Asia versus in America.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask your opinion on it because you lived in Korea, and I feel like I was like mind blown. Okay, so in different parts of Asia, the etiquette of like, if you give me a gift, I'm going to then not open the gift in front of you. I'm just going to put it away because me opening the gift in front of you is like rude, and it's just like, you couldn't even wait until I left. Like, it's like, don't open the gift, put it aside, and like open it in private. Whereas in America, if you gave me a gift and I just put it aside, like that's so rude.
Because I'd be like, I'm so excited for you to open this gift. I've been thinking about it since I got it.
And I probably told you about it before I gave it to you.
And now you don't even want to open it. You're not even curious.
Yeah.
No, it's so true. I remember as a teacher there, like students would give us gifts too, and like there was a lot of like World Teachers Day or Teacher Appreciation Day. There was a lot of times where I was getting a lot of gifts, but like I remember them telling us, like our Korean co-teachers would be like, if they give you a gift, like don't open it until later. Like it's rude to open it in front of them, which is so weird because like if a student brings me something, like right away I'm like, oh, let's read the card, like let's open this, like oh my gosh, wow. Whereas there I was kind of like, oh, thank you,
and you put it on.
I'm like, oh,
it's so weird,
so different.
It's such a
I want to see your reaction.
Me too.
Yeah. And then I wonder if they open it later, then do they like message them after? Do they call them and be like, oh, thanks for this? Or are you just like unspoken? Like you don't talk about it?
Like, I don't know. It's just weird to think like, there's definitely other scenarios like that. There's different situations that the etiquette is just different around the world.
Yeah. Also, and speaking of like work ethic or different etiquettes, like work ethic and etiquette too. When I was working in South Korea, like you were not allowed to leave until like your boss left kind of thing. So like I couldn't leave until my like higher up teacher couldn't leave, and then they couldn't leave until the Korean teacher couldn't leave, and they couldn't leave until the superintendent person couldn't leave. So it's just like you could be done your work, but you're just like, well, I can't leave until this person leaves because then they're going to think that I'm like lazy and I'm not working enough. So I have to wait until they leave and I leave after them. So they think that I'm here working just as long as they are.
Huh.
So sometimes you're just like, oh my God,
Can you leave?
I'm like, can you guys leave? Like it's late. Like we'd work till like 9:30 because our schedules was 1:30 to 9:30.
Oh my God, that's a long day.
It's late. I mean, it's 8 hours, but it's just completely shifted. It's so different.
Okay.
But everything's open so late there.
I'm trying to think of like there's things like that in Iran that I can think of. One thing is like you never want to have your back against like someone who's older. So like let's say we're driving in a car, you always have to let the older person sit in the front because you like if I'm younger and I'm sitting in the front, my back is to the older people. Like and it's like bad to say that. And if you are like then you have to say sorry that my back is facing you. It's like a whole thing of like your back doesn't want to face like an older person. It's very weird. So like that's just like something. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. One thing is always like when you enter a room, the younger person has to say hi to the older person.
Okay.
So like if like growing up, I remember telling all my friends like when they came to my house, you have to say hi to my parents because if they walked in and they wouldn't say hi, then my parents would say hi.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like, why is this person so rude?
Just be like across all cultures almost. It's like, oh, you're coming into my home.
Yeah.
Two, it's like, yeah, I'm like older than you. It's like the whole respect your elders and
100%.
come and say hi.
Yeah, it was a big deal. So I'd always like prep them, like make sure you say hi to my parents or they'll hate you. Like they won't like you.
Noted, guys. If you ever see them, say hello.
Yeah, just say hi.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to compare like a bunch of different countries and different things like that. I'm sure it's different all over the world. And some things, like another thing too, it's like, I think it's I can't remember if it's in China or Thailand, but like you're supposed to like loudly slurp your soup. You're not supposed to just like take a little one. Was it you that told me this? You're supposed to actually like, and like the louder you're slurping it, like the better it is and like the less rude you're being. Whereas if you just like ate it really like how we would say politely, you'd be like, this girl doesn't even like her soup. Yeah. She's not slurping anything.
That's, oh my God. Speaking of that, like the movie that we watched, The Taste of Things I talked about last episode, it was in France and they were eating this like bird dish. It was kind of like a pigeon dish. I can't remember what it was called, but they had to put their napkins over their head and kind of eat it in private. And we were like, this is kind of weird. What's happening? So we looked it up and it's this specific dish in France is eaten like this. And you can Google it where they put a napkin over their head because this bird is so delicate and the bone, they have to leave the bones in. You have to eat it with the bones. So like it's very gruesome and it's kind of gross to look at. And so it's kind of a way to just like hide yourself eating and just like
because you look nasty.
You look nasty eating it essentially. So it's like even in France now they're like they'll still do that. They'll like put the napkin over their head. Or I know in Japan too, like if a female is laughing, like they hide their mouths.
I think that's big in like Asian culture in general, right? They like they're not supposed to
show their teeth when they laugh. Like, anyway, it's so weird. It's so different.
Interesting.
So interesting.
All these places. Okay, speaking of food, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I just learned this recently, and the timing was impeccable. I came across my TikTok feed as our jar of peanut butter was like coming to its final days. And instead of throwing out your jar of peanut butter, this is such a good idea. You just toss in like some like rice wine vinegar, some soy sauce, some garlic, some ginger, like whatever else, like shake it up, get all that like extra little bits of peanut butter. And then you have like a really good peanut sauce for a salad or for your chicken or whatever you're making.
Dude. It's like the jam thing. Like literally like jam. The jam vinaigrette. This is like another thing. Don't throw out your sauces. Like literally make another sauce with your spreadables.
Yes. I was like, that's so smart.
I need to do something with my Lebna.
Yes. Also,
what am I going to put it?
Speaking of peanut butter, when you get like a fresh jar and like the first time you use it is so satisfying. Is that just me?
No, it is. But do you get like the organic peanut butter? Because sometimes all the oil's at the top. And you're like,
no, I'm a craft girly. I used to do that one. And I'm like, I hate that.
It's like all the oil at the top and you're like trying to stir it in.
Or like the big jar from Costco. It's like so fat.
Oh my God, I love it. I love peanut butter so much.
So yummy.
Okay, speaking of food, actually, I want to get your opinion on this because I feel like the whole all you can eat / buffet model for food is really just like dying down.
I can't remember the last time I went to one.
Like, okay, but even just like think of new restaurants that are opening up. I can't think of a new restaurant that's opened up that's a buffet or an all you can eat because I feel like with inflation and the price of costs of goods and price of food has gone up. So it's just not a smart business model.
No.
And also just like people aren't eating as much. Like they're trying to eat less. I feel like that whole like health and wellness, like don't overeat.
Yeah.
Whereas before, like, I don't know, when we were kids, like you would go to a buffet and it's like, eat as much as you can, like get your money's worth. Like now it's kind of like, it's the only all you can eat that I can still think of is like sushi, but
there's sushi, Mandarin.
But Mandarin's I feel like closing down. Like
there's
like,
or it's also just really expensive to go to Mandarin.
Yeah.
And I feel like the quality is whatever. There was this other one. Oh my gosh, what was it? And it was like soup and salad bar, like all you can eat.
Yeah. Eastside Mario's?
No, not Eastside Mario's.
Oh, another one?
It was, oh my God, what was it?
Like olive oil.
It was kind of like a French chain that was also in Ottawa.
Saint Hubert?
No, it's going to bother me. Not Chances Are. What was it? I can't remember, but that was the only other spot I remember. Like the soup and salad was all you can eat kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember soup and salad Eastside Mario's with the bread. Yeah. But I feel like that's even, I haven't been to Eastside Mario's in years, but I feel like
I've ever been to Eastside Mario's.
They probably got rid of it, honestly, because like it was too expensive for them to make all this salad.
I don't know. I feel like you're right. I feel like that's a dying business model because it's too expensive to like sustain. Or if you go the cheap route, then your food is shit and no one's going to want to come.
Exactly.
That's why I stopped going to 10 Sushi because Matt used to live right beside it. So we used to go a lot when we first started dating. But then over the years, like the rice just like would crumble, like it wouldn't stick together. It was like the sushi quality was just so poor.
And you're not eating that much. Like when I go to all you can eat sushi, I feel like I don't eat enough from it to be worth it. Like I'm like, if I got a la carte, it would be like way better quality sushi. And then it's like the same price.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Okay. And last thing about food. I saw this. I haven't tried it yet, but I found it pretty interesting. If you want to make like the perfect hard-boiled egg, you can use your air fryer.
I put this in today too because I did this today.
What? Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Wait,
Dude.
I thought I wrote this.
No, I literally wrote this today because I literally did it this morning.
I literally saved the video because I'm like, we're gonna post
we're literally
this.
same brain.
Okay, so wait, I must have thought I wrote it because I saw it and I was like, oh, I saved the video, but you wrote it?
I literally did it this morning.
Okay.
Farza goes, oh, I saw this video of like hard boiling eggs in air fryer, and I was like, I don't trust
like,
you. It's gonna explode. It's gonna explode in the air fryer. I'm not
mess. I'm gonna have to clean it.
So I was like, no. And then I look on TikTok. I'm like, oh, you're right. So we did it this morning, and it was what a quick way to make hard boiled eggs.
Wow.
And the thing is too is like you can adjust it. So we did it for 11 minutes, I think, but it was way too long. Like I feel like next time we'll do it for like 9 minutes or 8 minutes. But like it's just such you don't have to boil water.
Yeah.
You can just press it and go like get ready or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it like overflowing on the oven. Also, I feel like and if you do it lower, it really makes like the perfect egg for like ramen or just like that ooey gooey egg if you're making noodles or something. Like, I feel like it's so hard to perfect that kind of egg. And every time I do it, I overboil it. So I feel like that's a good way to monitor the time and just make a perfect little egg.
I love air fryers, man. They're so good.
Air fryers are the best. Although there's something I have to look into. Someone commented like when we were talking about, forever chemicals. Apparently air fryers are in that category. And I haven't even looked into it because I don't want to. Because I don't want to know that my air fryer is not good for me.
Yeah.
But apparently somehow there are forever chemicals.
I feel like that's like all pots and pans though. Like
Teflon.
Yeah,
whatever.
you just got to know where. There's no way that Ninja, like it's such a big company. Right? I don't know. I don't really want to know. Ignorance is bliss for that one. 100%.
Okay. Last thing I randomly wanted to talk about. I saw again. I've been on TikTok a lot lately, guys. I've been having trouble sleeping because of my allergies. I'm getting an allergy test tomorrow, actually, and I know it's going to be pollen, but it's just going to be nice to like confirm. And if you don't know me, I like have a really severe allergy to Benadryl, like anaphylactic, so I can't. Well, I don't know if I can take like Claritin. Even my doctor, when I asked him like, can I take this or that? He's like, I don't really know. You should probably get an allergy test. So I'm like just suffering. I'm not like taking any kind of allergy medication. Anyway, so I've been on TikTok a lot more at night, I find, because I can't freaking sleep. So I'm just scrolling because I can't breathe. Anyway, I came across this TikTok about STDs and it just like really got me thinking. I was like, wow, that's really fucked up. Like all STDs literally came from men not being able to control themselves around animals. Because they're like having sex with like cattle or like sheep and like they cause like STDs.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Apparently like syphilis started because someone like tried to have sex with like a manatee or something.
like, what about chlamydia? Where does that come from?
I don't remember, but like there's this TikTok, I'll post it, but it's just like it went over like, oh, chlamydia because of this. Oh, gonorrhea. This guy tried to sleep with this animal. I'm like, what the hell?
Ew.
Like, stop trying to have sex with animals.
That's disgusting.
I mean, why did you guys do
It
that?
all comes back to men.
A woman would never.
A woman would never.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God, that's so hilarious. Also, just talking about you being on TikTok more, it's so funny because I was like, I think Tash is using TikTok more because all my TikToks on the all our TikToks on the ISP thing is just running TikToks. I'm like, when did I watch all these running videos?
I know. I actually realized I was on the pod account, and I'm like, oh fuck, I've been liking all this running content. Ramina's gonna kill me. I was like, maybe she won't notice, but no, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just funny because I use it so I can find like a sounds. I'm like trying to find a sounds. I'm like, why is every video fucking this is our random half marathon? I'm like this.
Yeah, I'm deep in the running talk these days, guys.
Dude, it's sick though. What a good community. I was like,
oh
I
my
feel
God.
like I'm part of this community. I don't even run, but I was like, ooh, okay, get it, girl.
Dude,
like,
I've learned a lot. Like, there's a lot of things that TikTok teaches you that other places don't.
It's just cool because before it's like, okay, you want to be a runner. Before social media and before all of the internet stuff, like if you want to do research, you'd have to find people that were runners, talk to them.
Talk to people? No. You don't know?
Now, like, you can just scroll, find thousands of people, and it's
the
just
best
like
shoe, all these tips, like all these playlists.
and like it's the best for recipes. Like I can just find a recipe like that on TikTok. I'm like, I don't know what to make tonight. Chicken.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, wow. No, so helpful.
It's so helpful.
It can never go away.
No.
Like, I need TikTok forever.
No. Have you seen on your little TikTok journey this Leah Halton girl?
Leah Halton. It sounds familiar.
Okay, so she randomly blew up on TikTok, and I need to show it. She's very pretty, and over
is she the scrunchy face girl?
Yes.
Okay, she's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, but like it didn't really make sense. Like her video right now has 752 million views, and it's just like
the most.
Yeah, her that doing one. This, and it has like 50 million likes.
So random.
And all the 1.8 million comments, and all the comments are like, why is this blowing up? Let's just blow it up. Like, yeah, like it's just like a troll.
I feel like she overused this now because I went to her page and it's literally just her doing that over and over and again now. I'm like, okay, well, you've had your moment. Like, what do you like? What's next?
If I was her, like a business partner, I'd be like, okay, now that you have the following, we need to start showing your personality. We need to think of merch.
Brunette Alex Earl, like
let's get
what
you.
Are we doing? Is she American?
No, she's actually Australian. Oh, so I'm like, she's really pretty. But anyway, it's just crazy to me that someone can blow up overnight like this, and now her whole life is gonna be different.
But also, like, remember when Tube Girl blew up, and like, where is she now?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like, I feel like people come and go. Like, Alex has stayed. We love Alex, but yeah, like all these other people, I feel like they blow up, and then you're like, oh. Where are you?
Yeah.
Are you still on the tube, or you don't do the tube anymore because you're rich now?
You really have to I don't know, push like something. You have to have a direction and not just kind of post to post, but be like, okay, now what's my brand? Let's like build up my brand. They need to talk to Reagan because they can help.
Yeah, literally.
This girl
brand
needs some
strategist.
Help. Oh my God. Okay. Also, since we have so many weddings coming up, I saw this girl on TikTok actually that was talking about. This should just be called TikTok Pod.
I know.
Honestly, sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I saw this big TikTok. Let's talk about it. This girl was talking about how, so she did a stitch. The first goal was like, if you can't pay for your meal and leave money for a gift at the wedding, then you should not be going to weddings. And then this other girl was like, okay, first of all, your wedding is not the Met Gala.
Yeah, literally, chill out.
And also, like, that sounds like you can't afford your wedding because you've now paid for a wedding that you want everyone to pay you back for, and then you also want a gift. Like, no. And it just got me thinking because obviously back in the day, like before wedding prices, I literally since I got married till now,
my gosh,
the wedding industry has quadrupled. Like I think at least doubled what I paid. And it's just crazy because that wasn't that long ago. It was 3 years ago, and it's already like doubled after COVID. But then it gets me thinking, like now when you go to a wedding, do you leave double what you used to leave? Like it's like, do you account for inflation? But then it becomes
it's
unattainable.
Yeah.
Because
when
if you're going to
7 weddings,
if you're going to 7
and
weddings,
then a couple bachelorettes, and then
then it's like, okay, how does anyone afford this is what I want to know. Like,
I don't even, that's, yeah.
Like, it's just crazy to me.
I personally, like, even if we weren't, because we're doing destination, like I literally like don't expect like if a gift really from anybody, because it's like you're already flying across the country for us. Like, no, you don't have to get us anything. But even if it was in Ottawa, like I just wouldn't like expect, like I would like be appreciative and like thank you so much, but I wouldn't go into planning my wedding budget thinking like, oh, we're gonna get X amount back because everyone's going to give at least this amount. Like, I just don't think you can expect that, especially not anymore. Like, everyone's situations are so different. It's like, if I'm inviting you to my wedding, it's because I want you there. And it sounds lame, but like your presence is the present.
100%.
Because I just want you there. Or maybe you shouldn't have a 350 person wedding because that's just too many people. And if you're only inviting that many people because you think you're going to get X amount of money from each person, then it's like,
oh, trust me, you're going to be disappointed. I remember for ours, I was like, there's some people, and it's always the people where you're like, they'll leave a lot. And then you're like, oh. Thank you so much. All right. Is that for all of your family or just for you? But no, it's literally like, yeah, I think like you leave what you're comfortable with. And
also why is it just a standard now to give cash? Like, I know. Like, do people still give like sentimental gifts? Like, if I had a talent, like, I'm sorry, if I could draw, or if like Matt like makes these videos, like, I'd be like, I'm going to draw you a picture. I'm going to make you a video. Cause I feel like that's so much more personal and just like more of a keepsake than giving like X amount of money.
Exactly.
You know, I don't have a talent to give anyone. So like my talent is
make you a podcast.
Like, do you want to be a guest on our podcast?
This is your gift.
This is your gift.
A one-time appearance on the pod.
But yeah, otherwise, like I would, like I love sentimental gifts. Like when Rhea like painted us those pictures of us, like,
I know.
Are you kidding me?
It's like you'll keep that forever.
Yeah, like
I know.
things like that I think go way further than a monetary gift.
I agree. Couldn't agree more. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. So if you're going to like 7 weddings this year and you're like screwed.
Yeah. So sorry for you.
Start crafting.
Start crafting. Yeah. Okay, let's jump into some Showtime because I want to talk about this one show because it's kind of like off brand for something that I feel like we would watch. And honestly, I only started watching it because Matt was watching it. And if I'm being fully honest, like he kind of has been watching a little bit without me. I've just kind of been peeking in here and there, but I think it's a really cool show and I wanted to talk about it, especially for I feel like our male listeners would really like this one. But Fallout is this new show and it's based off the video game Fallout. I don't know if you ever heard of it or played it. No. I remember playing it in high school. It's like this Xbox game. It's very like sci-fi, like aliens, different like kind of universe kind of thing. It's so well done and it's so cool and it's just something very, very different. Okay. And if you're looking for like a science fiction kind of show, I'd really recommend watching it.
And is it on like Prime or
it
Netflix?
Is on Prime or Disney.
Okay. Because
those are the ones we have right now. We're kicked off for Netflix. Prime or Disney. Okay. And it's a sick show. Okay. It's like action, like a little bit of fighting, like comedy, like heart-wrenching.
I love it.
It's a little gruesome some parts, but I liked it. It was really cool.
The parts that I did see. No, we need to add that. And I need to update our little Showtime doc that we have with all of our stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I came across a really funny show too. It's called Dairy Girls and it's actually really funny. It's just like it's like 30-minute episodes. It's about this group of high school kids from Ireland. And it's just kind of like raunchy humor and it just like shows their day to day. And it's honestly just hilarious. It's a group of girls that go to an all girls like Catholic school. And it's just like they get into a shit ton of trouble and it's just funny.
I feel like people made these like all-girl Catholic schools like trying to like contain girls, but anyone that has been to an all-girls Catholic school, I'm sorry, they go like buck wild. They're like, you cannot contain me. I'm gonna go crazy. So like, what's even the point of doing it? You're just asking for trouble.
100%. Like if I went to an all-girls school, I'd be boy crazy. I feel
I feel like that's just it. So you're just like,
whereas like if you're around boys, you're like, oh, they're not like, that cool. What are you doing here?
What are you doing? But no, that sounds fun. I like a good comedy show.
It's lighthearted and like sometimes you don't want to watch something that's too like deep and like heavy. Exactly. You just want to like laugh. This is like your show. It's so funny.
I love that.
Also random, but like I'm sorry, but where is Harry Jowsey's podcast? Do you remember that it like they like released boyfriend material? Where's the episodes?
It's so funny that you wrote this in because I like literally was thinking that, and on our pod account I went and commented on his thing being like, are you ghosting us or like what's going on? And there's other people commenting too being like, coming soon, like what do you mean, like what happened? Maybe she got so much backlash because everyone was like, ew, like why is Harry Jowsey like part of the Unwell squad? Like we don't like him.
Or he's the first male on Unwell, and it just shows that like the females were like hustle, bustle, let's get it out. Whereas this guy's like, I'll make an episode soon.
Just coming up with excuses.
And he's just like coming
at
up
Coachella, like
yeah. I think he maybe just like thought it was going to be a lot easier, and then there's a lot of admin and things that you have to like come up with episode content, topics and things. So
who's the other girl?
Madeline RG.
I never got into hers.
No, I listened to like 2 episodes and I couldn't do it. She's just too young.
A bit chaotic. Well, Alex is young and chaotic, but for some reason, I don't know. I find Alex Earl in a weird way like so relatable, even though our lives are so vastly different.
Yes. No, with this girl, I just couldn't find like anything that's in common. She's kind of
annoying.
She's kind of like Emily Chamberlain. Emma Chamberlain. She's like that.
Okay, yes.
Very similar vibe to her, which I was like, I'm not that vibe. There's 2 types of aesthetics for girls, I feel like. There's like the Emma Chamberlain's like chaotic, like kind of like gross. They don't like they give off the no shower vibes, like you know what I mean? Stinky. There's the stinky girls and then the clean girls, and then like the party girls, and it's like I'm not clean girl, I'm not stinky, I'm somewhere in the middle.
I'm in the middle. I like to shower, but I like to party. I run 19 kilometers, but then I also go to drag Pilates.
It's all about balance, guys. It's about balance.
That's a really good point. We'll be waiting to see what happens. Harry Jowsey.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think that's all the time we have for today. Yeah.
Done and done. Hopefully, next time I come back, I'm gonna have an allergy report for you guys because I've been dying with all this pollen. You don't realize how bad the pollen is until you have allergies. And then your eyes are burning and you're sneezing.
At least you're not allergic to your dog. I feel like I'm like, oh my god, people are allergic to dogs.
Nightmare.
I'm like, I can't imagine being allergic to dogs.
I could never. No, I remember when we first moved in. This is so random. I'll say it really fast, but we first moved in with. We used to live with like this couple, and they had a cat. And I hadn't lived with like an animal in so long. And then we moved in, and it was like around like allergy season. And I was like, oh my God, did I just move in with someone and I'm allergic to cats? And I didn't know. But then it was just my allergies. And I was just like, oh my God, if I moved in with people and they have a cat. Like,
sorry, your cat's going to have to go.
That would have been the worst thing ever.
No.
But it's just we survived. Pollen, guys.
We survived. And I think next week, actually, we have a guest episode.
Oh my God, yeah, we do.
So excited.
So exciting. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. We'll take a look out or keep a lookout.
Keep a lookout.
Yeah.
Okay, love you guys.
Okay, love you. Bye.